everybody. It took me about an hour to get set up in here. I was having trouble getting in and out of that chair, the recliner, because it's too low. And the other recliner, excuse me, this is going to wobble a little bit because I got you sitting on my right leg. My left leg is free. It has getting ready to put some solid ice on it, and it's wrapped up in a Christmas towel. But I thought I'd come on for a few minutes. It's very quiet here, nobody in and out. And I'm sucking on a cinnamon hard candy. I just took my walk. I know it's not a very long walk, but he said I could go to the mailbox and back. And I have to do that 3 times a day. So that was my first trip. But anyway, I got a little bit of happy mail. So I have gotten lots of happy mail. I've got it in the craft room there's boxes with stuff in it, and I just you know, it's hard to go back and recreate all that. And yesterday I got what did I get yesterday? Anyway, I can't remember. I don't even remember if there was a yesterday. Anyway, I've got a card from Diane Sharp up in New Jersey, my birth state. And it's a get well card. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. Hope you feel better in every single way, and that these wishes bring a little sunshine to your day. Oh, Diane, my crochet sister. I'm doing great. Thank you for praying for me. Yeah, some you know, I can tell a difference between last week and this week, I hope. A little bit of difference. And thank you for my get well card. I'm going to display it in here somewhere. What am I doing? Put it over here. And then I got a little box from Alaska, Crafty Gail, Victoria, my Vic, my Vicky, Vic, my Vic. I gotta figure out how to get in it. I guess where it says press firmly to. Not very strong lately. I'm getting around though. I had physical therapy yesterday, and he said it was looking good. I did a few exercises this morning after I took my pain meds. Yeah, I'm still on pain meds. I'm telling you, it's the only way you can do it with the physical therapy and all that stuff. It's the only way you can do it. I'm losing my pillow here. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like a Christmas tree. A hibiscus Christmas tree. And that put me down further. Let me see if it'll slide down. Once you get settled, I even found lipstick. That was to give you all a big kiss. Anyway, that's alright. I got my toilet seat riser. I went to my friends Karen and Jim came down. What day was it? Wednesday. The doctor wanted to take a look at the incision because of the blistering and all that stuff. So they took me to see her, and she thought the incision, I know, is this making you sick? I'm sorry. I just can't find anything solid to put you on. So I thought I'd put you on a roller coaster. So anyway, went to Dr. Wednesday. She was pleased with the incision. She said that the hematoma, I don't know if I told you or not, but from my thigh all the way to the tip of my toe, there was a hematoma. I mean, big time. And she said that because of all the health issues I have, and I don't know if I told you or not, but I have peripheral artery disease, and I have what they call small vessel disease, where the vessels are starting to close up. They get smaller and then they close up. And she said that the tournament would not work on my leg, which I guess stops the blood flow. So she said she went ahead with the operation right in the middle. Just all this gook was coming out of my veins, and so she kept it up, and that's what would cause the huge hematoma. But she said it was with all that my health issues with the neuropathy and all that junk, that it was tough. She said she made her money that day. So anyway, everything's fine. I went and called some Goodwills, and we found 2 that were in Venice. I was on the island. So we went to Goodwill, and Karen went in and got one and brought it out. It was perfect. It was like $10. So, so we brought it home. Oh, they took me out to lunch, and we ate outside. There was this place called the Blue Bistro, and we drove right up next to Handicap, was right next to the table. So we got out, and I just took my little cart and went to the table and sat there and had a nice, it was delicious. It was blackened grouper. Oh, grouper was it was so good. And they have this great sauce and on this great bun. Oh, or your mouth, or your slop, yeah, well, it was good. So we had that, and we had homemade peach tea. It was delicious. This bistro is just, they make their own stuff, and it was so good. It was such a treat. So then they took me to the bank. They took me to Walgreens to get my blood pressure meds, and I got another prescription for Lala pills, which I dropped off, and came home and passed out for the rest of the day. Okay, so this is from Victoria. Vicky, let's see what you... Oh, I see. Look what I see. Oh, this is so pretty, Victoria. Oh, Vicky, isn't that pretty? Look, everybody. That is... Oh, put that up there, Liz. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. I love it. That is so pretty. I love it. Did a great job. I have put a few together. I'll be honest with you, crocheting has not been easy. All right, let's see what else. Victoria, you got all kinds. Oh my God! Look, she sent all these little. Look. They're mini classes for my dolls. If I ever make another one, I have got to make some dolls. And oh, these have got glass in them. Oh my gosh, look at this. Victoria, where did you find these? Oh, Vicky, these are so cute. Look at this. Aren't they cute? These little, they're glasses. Oh, Vicky, these are darling. Thank you so much. Oh, these are just darling. Oh, some have hooks. Oh, that'd be easy to put them on. Keep them on. Oh, they're so, oh my gosh, I just love them. Oh, Vicky, thank you so much. Eyeglass. Oh, they're so cute. Thank you. I'm excited. This is so much fun. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a card. I didn't even read the card. I didn't even see the card. It didn't. Oh my gosh. Let me see what she says. Put this on my walker. You gotta have a walker. Gotta have a walker. Ugh. I don't know what I'd do without it. making a mess of, oh, look at that. Making a mess out of this card. Rest, relax, and restore. SPCA. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest thing? I don't know where my bodyguard is. I thought I heard her. Oh, let's see. Feel better soon. Oh, she did corner to corner and wanted to have her to square. Wanted to have a corner to corner square for my friend. Oh, she found them at the thrift store. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, thank you, Vicky. These are beautiful. I love my glasses. Thank you so. And yeah, I know you sent some earlier. And I got one more little package here. And this is, wow, this is international. Looks like it's coming from, oh, this is coming from England, I bet. Let's see. Let's see some more squares. Yes, yes. Okay, let's see. We got a card. I think I know who they're from. Oh, I know. I'm ripping the heck out of this. Well, I am an adult channel, you know. Oh, I love. This reminds me of, oh, that reminds me of Jessie. Isn't that cute? Oh, so cute. From Wales. Oh, I've been to Wales. Oh, Amanda, I knew it was you. Yeah, oh yeah, we've got the full month of November. Oh, well, you know, I keep thinking it's October, but it's still November. Hope you're well and a speedy recovery. I love watching videos and you make me laugh. You're so funny and you cheer me up. I sit and crochet with you. Hope Cheryl is doing okay too. Lots of love to you both. Love, your crochet sister, Amanda. Oh, Amanda, thank you so much. Oh, my kitty cats. Man, I'm covered up with kitty cats. Oh, look at these. These are so pretty. Oh. The right side. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love this. I love the hearts, you guys. I love the hearts. I've been putting hearts on, and the solid colors are nice. Now this I could probably do two. Yeah, I'll be able to do two with these. That's perfect. I can use these for one of the four. Thank you. Oh, I like this. Oh, that's pretty too. Look at that. Oh, Amanda, you did a great job, honey. I love them all. They're pretty. Very nice. Thank you so much. I know. Hopefully I'll, when my leg is a little bit stronger. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Let me put everything in this little bag. I'll put that in the box. So, anyway, I'm resting my leg, got ice, and I got requests from Debbie to do these 10 things. No, 20, I don't know, what are they, 20? Yeah, they're 20. Well, anyway, I wrote them down because it's just easier for me to do it. I've already used 14 minutes of it. Okay, let's get started. Now, what does your name mean? My name came from the English baby names. Means determined, strength. That's me. It's a nickname for William. For a girl, it's supposed to be short for Wilhelmina, which is Old German. And that means like a protector. So I'm a protector. strength, and determination. That's my name. Where are you from? I'm originally and grew up in Falls Church, Virginia, which is Northern Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C. Where were you born? I was born in Long Branch, New Jersey. I was there for a couple days. What would your parents have named you if you'd been a boy? Probably Sue. You know that old song? Anyway, I don't know. Probably whatever my brother's name was. What was his name? Sammy. There were 8 of us, and I was the oldest. I really think my name, my mother was into music and stuff, and she loved Billy Burke, Wizard of Oz, at that time. In 1945, that's about the time of Billy Burke, Billie Holiday, all those people. Mother being in music, she, and I think that's where she got the name. Now, the second names are very important with Billy. There's like Billie Jean, Billie Joe, Billie Sue, and all that stuff. Well, my name is Billie Jean. And no, Michael Jackson did not write that song after me. What is your biggest accomplishment? My biggest accomplishment is making it to almost 75 years old. I don't know. I feel this is a hard question to answer because my accomplishments are mine. And I've done things that I thought I would never do, and things that just fell in my lap, which is crazy. But I've had 2 or 3, 4 different careers in one way or another. And yeah, I think it's just making it to 75. I was very thrilled about that. Well, I haven't made it yet. I got like December, January, February, so I've got like 3 months left. But to make it this long, I'm after going through all the things that I've been through, and being a single woman, not having the backup like a married woman would have with a husband and a family, having no family. So my cardiologist told me once that single women, and people don't understand it, that when you're a single woman, you have to do everything that a man would do for you or you'd have to do for yourself. You have to take care of your car. You have to take care of your insurance, your bills, your grocery shopping, your shopping for clothing, just your savings. Everything is 1, not 2, but 1. And it makes it very hard. And it can be very stressful. But I did it. I've done it. I'm here. Greatest accomplishment? I'm laying in bed breathing, baby. I'm breathing big time. Big time. What is your eye color? Brown. Sort of a brown. If you look real close, you can see a little bits of green, but they're definitely brown. There were 8 of us, and we all had brown eyes. My mother had brown eyes. My father had the blue-green eyes. They, change with the color of whatever you wear. And he was the only one in the family that had pretty blue-green eyes. What's your favorite candle scent? None of them. Don't do candles. Don't go to candle stores. I'm highly allergic to candles. All of them. I don't care if you're burning them. Within 10 minutes, I start to close up. Yeah, lose my voice, the whole bit. Can you cook? Does a bear shit in the woods? You got it, baby. I cook. I've been cooking since I could stand up on a stool and make biscuits with my grandmama. And I like Southern cooking. But, I've given y'all recipes for some of my Mexican dishes that I've found along the way. But, yeah, I love to cook. I do. I really like to cook, but I don't like cooking just for myself. I love to cook for a group of people, you know. I like to cook for other people. But yeah, I like good southern cooking. Absolutely. I make the best meatloaf. Had a friend of mine that loved my meatloaf. And I make great pot roast. I love making pot roast. Let's see what else is. Oh, and Sandy, Crochet A, just to let you know, George, and if it's just you and Sandy for Thanksgiving and maybe a couple other people, let's go get you a chicken breast and put it in the crock pot. It makes great, it's so moist. You will not believe how moist those are. That's what I do at Thanksgiving for myself, is I get a chicken breast and just cook that in the crock pot. And take your time cooking it. You're not in a hurry. You could put chicken broth instead of water. Put chicken broth in there, and that'll keep it moist. Now, when I was working, every year I would plan for our office the Thanksgiving lunch, and everybody would bring a dish. Well, my dish was the grapefruit turkey. Now, a grapefruit turkey is when you cut the grapefruit in pieces and you stick it in the cavity. Now, you can't use it for gravy because it's got that bitter, taste to it. But it makes the moistest. Delicious. Turkey's hard because it does get dry and you got to be careful. But I'm telling you, the grapefruit turkey is wonderful. And I'm serious. I've made it many times, but I don't make gravy from it. I make the gravy from whatever comes in with it, the little baggies and stuff. But it does make a great turkey. If you want to try a moist turkey, is to use and butter. Don't use margarine. Always use butter, real butter, for your turkey and grapefruit. It makes a great turkey. So good. This makes my mouth water. Listen. What is good about your life right now? Oh my gosh. The best thing about my life right now is you. YouTube. Not YouTube, but you guys, my crochet sisters. You've brought friendship and kindness and love into my life. I was very much alone before y'all came into it. And I watched a lot of podcasters, and I ran across Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, and I was doing a lot of crocheting, making jackets and a lot of apparel, not so much sweaters, but jackets, and I would take stuff from Crystal. She would make a 15-inch square. I'd do that square, and then I made a jacket out of it with a hood and sleeves and all that stuff, and it was beautiful. I just loved it. I gave it to my niece. And but I was making a ton of hats with scarves and gloves to mix. So when you guys make hats, I just sit back and smile and look, because I've already been through that stage. It's like stages, And I did. I made a ton of hats, honey. You would believe the hats I made. And my favorite hat, if anybody was interested, is the Page Boy hat. I love that brim in there. And there's a pattern. It's not Crystal. Crystal didn't make it. I can't remember who the pattern's by, but I've got it in the other room. If anybody's interested, I'll look it up next time I roll around in there. But it is. In fact, there's a picture of it on my Crafty Floridian site. You you could see that. But that is and was still it. And you put 2 buttons on each side. And I love that hat, and it looks so neat on. Everybody loved that hat. That was so pretty. I love it. What is your sign? Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Yes, I'm an Aquarius. I'm a creator, water barrier. Aquarius are very artistic. So, and not only that, but they make good friends. Yep, they make very good friends. What scares you about aging? Well, I think the only thing that really scares me about aging is losing my mind. I just, especially being alone, I want to be able to make decisions and be able to be aware of everything. So losing my mind is what scares me the most. Dying doesn't scare me. Growing old, which I am already. I mean, I've only got a few more years left. So that doesn't scare me at all. I'm prepared whenever it happens. Okay, what is your favorite holiday? None of them. I don't like any of them. Nope. Holidays are for family and kids and that kind of stuff, which I don't have family and I don't have kids. So that's, I don't have any children. I don't have any grandchildren. My nieces and nephews are all grown and out on their own. And, no, I really don't. I hate Halloween. Christmas, I'd say Christmas was my favorite, but it's not anymore. It's just another day. Sometimes I forget the day when Christmas comes. I forget that it is even Christmas. I used to put up a tree, and then the cats, my cats would climb up inside. I do have a Christmas tree in there, which I was thinking of taking to Goodwill. But with lights, it's a pretty little Christmas tree too. But nope, it's a lot of trouble putting it up, and then you got to take it down and all that good stuff. Last year I was downsizing, and I went through all my ornaments, and I had a whole collection of the Historical Society White House Christmas ornaments. They come out, White House Historical Society comes out with their own ornament every year. So working with the White House and all that, in my second career, every year we would get a huge discount on the ornaments. So it cost you maybe, $9 or $10 when they're usually about, I don't know, 16, 17, 18, close to $20, I guess. So I would get a Christmas ornament for all my family. And then I had a collection of them. Well, I sent them a big, huge box to Ella and her son, and I thought they would enjoy having the historical ornaments from the White House. And they are beautiful. They're all very pretty. But I don't need them anymore. So I was just trying to give stuff away like that, So I hopefully she's enjoying them. And her son will enjoy them later on too. What is your guilty pleasure? Well, I'm not a shopper, so buying yarn is not my guilty pleasure. I think my guilty pleasure is chocolate chip ice cream. I love chocolate chip ice cream. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't buy cookies. I'm very conscious of what goes in my body, and I think that's helped. Even though I'm fat, I still have, I still try to eat well. But boy, you give me some chocolate chip ice cream. Ooh, I love chocolate chip ice cream. What is your favorite show to binge watch? I binge watched. I can't remember now. Game of Thrones. Everybody talked about the Game of Thrones and all this stuff. So one day I sat down, and from day one till the end, I watched and binge watched the Game of Thrones. I loved that show. And the other one that I loved was, I think it's still on, Highlander. I love Highlander. And I love the dude that plays Jamie. And I've read up on him. But, and unbeknownst to me, I had watched one of those Hallmark, the Prince finds, the Prince in the Castle, one of those Hallmark Christmas movies. Well, it turned out he was one, and he's tall. He's like 6'5". I love tall gentlemen. So yeah, I loved the Game of Thrones, and also Highlander. Are you an AM person or night person? Well, I was going to say I'm not either. I tell you, I usually don't get going till 12 or 1, and then I last till about 4. That's it. No, really. No, I'm not too much of a early morning person, but if I get up with enough sleep and stuff, I do okay. But the one thing I do like is getting on Messenger with Cheryl, and sometimes, not lately, but when we were both in good shape, we'd get on about 11 o'clock or so, and we would sit there and crochet till 2 or 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we should crochet together. And I think I got my most crocheting done when I crochet with her. And we might not say anything for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then we would bounce ideas off of each other, and we'd ask you. She would say, Billy, what do you think about the border for this? And I'd give her a couple suggestions, and the next day we get back on, and there she was. She took my suggestion, and it looked beautiful. And so I really enjoy having someone to crochet along with. But it just takes the right person, to do that with. But we could just not say a word for half an hour, and we're just going crazy, and then all of a sudden one of us will come up with some idea, or ask a question, or chit chat about this, that, and the other. So that's what I am. What's your favorite genre movie? I love horror thrillers, horror/thrillers. The psychological thrillers are my all-time favorite. Every now and then I watch some kind of romantic, but I'm not into the romantic, even though I do read some of the books. But anyway, no, I like a good psychological thriller. In fact, I watched one the other day. It was kind of interesting, but still couldn't figure out what the hell they were doing for the end of that. I didn't like the ending of it. What is the last purchase you brought? Pain meds, babe. I got my La pills. Yes, sir. That was my last purchase that I purchased. Well, I don't do yarn shopping like you guys do, unless I do one of the, I did. Well, that was not the last, but I did do that, what is the name of the company? Hirschner's. I've never dealt with Hirschner's, never tried their yarn or anything, but I got 8 pounds, right before I went in the hospital. I got 8 pounds of Hirschner's yarn. It's sitting over here in a box, and I'm very, very pleased. So for the last 2 that I've done online with that one and Yarn Inspirations or whatever that was, anytime they have the pound stuff, because pounds, they usually, if it's 4-ply, I did get some 3-ply, but I got beige and orange, or not orange, but salmon color, and a very light gray, which would make a beautiful sweater. And, so, yeah, look at this. I'm going crazy. So anyway, that was my last purchase, was my pain meds. $10. Are you introverted or extrovert? Don't you know that I'm an extrovert most of the time? but I could be a very good introvert too. I could sit back and I could listen. And I think people forget listening is such a powerful uh, trait to have. You can learn a lot from listening. What is your favorite book? Oh my God, I love books. I love all kinds of books. Do I have a favorite book? No, they're all my favorite. I love them all. I'm sitting here now looking at my bookshelf across from me, and I'm looking at J.B. Robb and Daniel Silva, and oh God, I've got tons of books over there that I haven't read. Those are books I haven't read. But I will tell you, my favorite is Lee Child, Jack Reacher. I love Jack Reacher. He just turns me on. I just love Jack Reacher. I don't like the movie, and I sent him an email and I told him that I did not like little 5'6". What's his name? You know who I'm talking about. It'll hit me in a minute. Okay, I love Stuart Woods. I like his Stone Barringer series. I love Stone Barringer. I dream of him. He would have been the one if he had been a real person. Harlan Cohen. I love his books. Oops, there's the scissors. Christine Faheen, Lisa Jackson, Sandra Brown, and Dan Brown. I love a mixture. I love a good political mystery thriller. But, oh, geez, I could go on and on and on and on and on these books. But I have read 2 books. I read a Christine Faheen, a new one. I bought that before I went in the hospital because I wanted a brand new book. And then I read this other book by, oh, man, I can't think who it was. Lisa Jackson. She writes good thrillers, and there's some of them are very good psychological thrillers. So I really like her books. Yeah, I like hers. I've read. What I do is on Excel, I have a running list of all the books that I've read, and I sort them by author. And I mean, it's about this thick. So, and then during the year, when I read a book, and I just write it in pen or ink beside one of their, by their name. And then at the end of each year, I will add the books to the list and then print out a new list. And I take it with me, especially when I go to the library or go shopping for books, because I cannot tell you how many times I have brought home the same book that I've read. And I can't tell you how many times I've read a book that I had already read that was on my list. So I have a lot of fun. I love to read. Yeah, especially a good story. So that's it, guys. That's my 20 things. Thanks for putting me on your list there, Debbie. I reached out to you, baby. I hope you're having a good weekend. I know you were going to the cottage, and I think that's a good thing. And I hope you all have a good time. All right, well, now I think this ice can curve around my knee a little bit. It's a little heavy and it hurt when I put it on. So I'm going to try it again. If not, I'll go get my gel one, which is softer and it fits nicely around there. So I'm doing good. Hopefully this time next week, I go to the doctor again Tuesday, and then after that I won't see her for 2 weeks. And I don't know if I told you, but I don't have staples. I have this tape running down, and she said that those are little blood clots that I was getting on the side, not allergic reaction to the tape. But it's drying up. I took the bandage off, and it's drying up, and it's doing nice. Doing very good. So it's just the pain. It's just the horrible pain in the knee. I'm feeling it more. My thigh is a lot better. My calf is better. And I think that's from the walking and the exercises. But right in the middle of the knee, sometimes I'll just lay here and all of a sudden it feels like somebody is taking a sharp knife and just shooting right through it. I know a lot of you, I've read a lot of you are up for surgery. Sandy with her foot, And I've got a couple of knee replacements coming up, hip replacements. Go with it. Go with the flow. Do what they tell you, and you'll do fine. Um, the only problem I had is Deb left a little bit too early, and it would have been nice to have had somebody around. It's been kind of hard on me. But Pete down the hall, he comes by and checks on me every now and then. He put the toilet seat on for me. And then yesterday he came by and wanted to see how I was doing. He said, I don't see a lot of people coming in and out, and I just want to make sure you're okay. So he brought my TV in from the craft room into the bedroom here, which makes it easier for me on my leg. I can't sit in those chairs because it's just too hard to get out. But next week I'll probably be able to sit better in the chairs, just not this week, for sure. So if you get new surgery, make sure you have chairs with risers. You can get recliner risers. I've looked into it. Of course, I can't go get them. But Karen and Jim said they would come back if I need them, and we could go get some risers for the chair, for the recliner. So anyway, so that's it. I got my TV in here. I don't even have to, I could probably bring a little refrigerator in here, shut the door. I'd be all set. Yeah, this is my little sheepskin. I don't know, it feels like sheepskin, but it's just probably cotton. But yeah, I got 2 pillows in this thing here, and it helps. It helps. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. I run my mouth long enough, and I did my 20 things. And next time I'll show you. Next time I come on, I'll show you the yarn that I've received. I got a beautiful, beautiful box of yarn of ice that Cheryl sent me as a gift. So I will show all that to you next time. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'm doing fine. I did take my pain pills, and I slept this morning. You know, my time is erratic. It's here, there, here, sleep here, not here, whatever. I just do whatever I feel like doing. But I think now I feel like eating. Tomorrow will be shower day. Yeah. Penny's going to come over and sit with me. Not sit with me, but be here. And help me get in the shower. That's kind of hard. But we're getting it done. We're getting cleaned up. I'll get my hair. It's clean from the other day, but get bed hair, right? Get all that bed hair. And plus it feels like it's changed or something. I don't know. It feels a little wiry, I guess from the anesthesia or whatever. But y'all keep hooking. Hugs to all of you. Ooh, look, here I am. All right, you guys, I'm going to click off here. Keep an eye out on Madonna. She's doing a 24-hour live. I told her she better call the EMTs and have them on call outside of her house, just in case she passes out. I told her she's an old bird. She shouldn't be doing stuff like that. What am I going to do with her? But anyway, I'll show you. Maybe I'll do some crocheting this afternoon if I don't fall asleep on myself. I was writing an email this morning. I was responding to someone that was giving me some well wishes, and I'm emailing away. And all of a sudden, I must have fallen asleep because I woke up and the screen had blacked out. I thought, oh my God, I must have blacked out for a few minutes. So I had to go back in and finish the email. If anybody knows anything about Nikki, her email is Nikki Loves Jimmy. On November the 1st, she received our winter carousel, and we haven't heard a word from her. I haven't gotten an email or anything, and I'm really worried. She lives in Pinellas Park, Florida, and I'm very, very concerned, and I don't know what to do about it. The tracking number did show that that somebody received the box on November the 1st. So I'm praying. Cheryl sent her an email yesterday or last night. So I'm praying that we hear from her and that everything's okay. I should have gotten it back by now, so we could end the summer one. So that's it. That's all we're waiting for, because it goes from from Nikki to Sherry, and then back to me. But if anybody knows her or whatever, please let me know. Make sure that she's okay. I mean, I'm more worried about her than I am the box, but it would be nice to get some kind of an update on that. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe after I have my doctor's appointment, or a couple days later. It depends. I was really tired the other day, but it was glorious. I had such a great day. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, honeys.